I'm Clare. I'm a Detective Constable in the Protecting Vulnerable People Unit, and I've been here just coming up to 2 years. I've wanted to be a police officer since I was growing up. I used to watch The Bill. I wanted to sort of like seek justice for victims, and I like to help people as well. And I love investigation, so sort of unpicking everything and finding out the truth and putting it all together. So my first contact with police was when I was 4 years old, and I was living on a council estate called Bransham. I was 4, my sister was 5, and I had an 18-month-old baby brother, and we were taken into emergency foster care placement. My brother was quite seriously injured, so we were taken into foster care. I was taken to different foster care placements until I reached about 6 years old, and then I settled on a long-term placement in North Bransham, so still in the Bransham area of Hull. Of like a strong sense of like justice, and I became a bit of a mother hen, to be honest, wanting to sort of like protect sort of my sister and my other siblings. I knew I either wanted to be a police officer or a paramedic, so I still wanted to be in that helping people. And I started a course called Public Services at Hull College. I got into police cadets as well. My own life experience of being in foster care, living with foster children who have been sexually abused, physically abused, neglected, I think it gave me that sort of like drive to want to help people in my situation. I also think it gave me a level of understanding of those people and to see why they feel that way. As you get older, sometimes your past affects your self-confidence and your self-worth. So I wasn't particularly a confident person. So when I had my son in 2013, I thought he gave me the drive to just go for it. So I thought I'll test the waters first, because I didn't think I would be a good police officer for some reason. And I joined the Special Constables. That gave me the confidence, just being around other specials and working with other police officers. And I met a couple of detectives in PVP where I work now. And they said, oh, why don't you just go for it? Why don't you just go be a police officer? I was frontline patrol, so I did responding to incidents via the 999 system. I trained in like taser training, loved it, really enjoyed it, but my passion's always been working in PVP. So PVP, we deal with all sorts of offences, so we look after predominantly sexual offences we deal with. So, but then it's also offences committed against our vulnerable people society, so the older generation and young children, basically anybody who's vulnerable. Building up cases for court, ready for court. A typical day where if I'm duty, I'll go to joint visits, so I'll go see some children at the schools, things like that. There'll be some days where I have a prisoner, relocated prisoners, and anyone comes into the cells, I'll deal with them. My days are quite busy, so no days the same day. That's why I enjoy my job as well, because you don't know what you're going to come into. I think the advice that I give, if you want to be a police officer, is just go for it. I wasted so many years thinking, but what if I'm not good enough? And I just think, what else have I got to lose? just go for it. And I thought I wouldn't be good enough, but actually I am. I can walk into a house, and there's plenty of people unfortunately in this country live in poverty, and I can go into that house and I can just sit and have a cup of tea with them. So just be non-judgmental and just have that passion to help people, and I think you'll succeed. You just need to have empathy, compassion, understanding, that drive to help people. That'll make you a good police officer.